Welcome preschool families, it's Gisa from Butterfly Garden. Today we're going to explore a different sea creature called an eel. Have you ever heard of this interesting animal? Let's read a story about eels called Think of an Eel, written by Karen Wallace and illustrated by Mike Bostok. Think of an eel. He swims like a fish. He slides like a snake. There's a warm, weedy sea to the south of Bermuda. It's called the Sargasso. No wind ever blows there. For thousands of years, there a secret lay hidden. This salt, soupy sea is where eels are born. Deep down, where its blackest eel egg becomes eel. He looks like a willow leaf, clear as crystal. Baby eels are born in early spring. A real one is only about this big. His fierce jutting mouth has teeth like a saw blade. He eats like a horse and swims up through the water. Young eels from the Sargasso travel either to Europe or to America, whichever their parents did before them. Imagine this eel leaf and millions just like him swimming on waves across the wide sea. Some are unlucky. The seagulls are waiting. Beaks snap like scissors through wriggling water. So the eel's predator is a seagull. Eel swims for 3 years till he reaches the shore, but the river's too cold. There's still snow on the mountains. So he waits in the water, turns into an elver. Now he looks like a shoelace made out of glass. Eels arrive in Europe around Christmas time. They wait offshore until spring, and as they wait, they turn into elvers. When spring warms the shoreline, the smell of fresh water excites the glass elver. Into the river he swims like a mad thing. He wriggles up rapids, climbs rocks around waterfalls. Riverbanks guide him. Nothing will stop him. Eels navigate by using their instincts. They always seem to know where they're going. Around a drowned oak stump, through twisting green weeds, a mud hole is hidden. Mud holes, burrows, and cracks in the riverbed are all homes for eels. Eel knows without thinking what it's been seeking. He slips through the ooze. This hole is his home. Think of an eel. After years in the river, he's slit-eyed and slimy and thick like a snake. He gulps stickleback eggs, eats shrimp and small fish. Eels mostly feed at night. If the river is empty, he swims from the mud hole, slips through the grass to steal snails from the pond. An eel can live out of the water for 2 days or longer if the ground is wet, breathing through its slimy skin. One day, eel stops eating. His stomach is shrinking. His long winding body turns silver and black. His eyes, like black currants, bulge into headlights. Now for the last time, eel slides from the mud hole. His years in the river are over forever. Silver eel waits for a night that is moonless when the rain from the mountains has flooded the stream. Silver eels usually leave the river in September or October. While they're waiting for a dark night, they sometimes get tangled up in a ball. Then eel slips down the river down to the seashore. The time has arrived for his long journey home. For 80 days, silver eel swims through the ocean, squirms like a secret from seabird and sailor. There are millions just like him deep down in the water, swimming silently back to the Sargasso Sea. Eels have big eyes for seeing in the dark. There's eel tomb and eel cradle in the weedy Sargasso. After 80 days swimming, not eating, not sleeping, Eel's long, winding body is worn out and wasted. He spills the new life carried deep in his belly, then sinks through the sea like a used silver wrapper. The male eel's sperm fertilizes the female's eggs in the water. Deep down, where it's blackest, eel eggs become eel. He looks like a willow leaf, clear as a crystal. His fierce, jutting mouth has teeth like a saw blade. He eats like a horse and swims up through the water. Imagine this eel leaf and millions just like him swimming on waves across the wide sea. So there are different kinds of eels. Some live in rivers and some live in oceans. The one that lives in the coral reef is called the moray eel. All right, now let's make an eel. Would you like to do that? Here are the things you'll need. You'll need a long tube sock, some stuffing. You can use crinkle paper, or you can use paper that you're going to recycle, that you've maybe made some mistakes on or don't need anymore. Anything that you can take and stuff into your tube sock. And the last thing you're going to need is one rubber band. So this is the finished product of my eel. What you'll do is first take your sock, and you can use crayons or markers, or if you have fabric markers, and design and decorate your eel. And then you will stuff your eel by sticking, like I said, paper or crinkle paper, or if you have stuffing, you'll just keep stuffing it in until you've got the whole thing stuffed. And then you can either draw the eyes, or I also showed an example of how you could use googly eyes. You'll tie it off with your rubber band at the end, and then you've got your own little eel. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and support our channel. Thank you.